Hey, this is Anna Malamon, and today I wanted to share a few steps with you on how to avoid failure. We all know that without failure, there is no success, and we can't exactly succeed if we don't ever go through failure, right? If we continue to make mistakes and stuff. So let's start with step number one. Step number one is approaching business in the wrong with the wrong mindset and in the wrong way. So basically what I mean with that is if you're in a program or you're using a system or whatever it is that you're doing or using, if you're approaching it with a mindset that I will just kind of sit here and watch other people and see how successful it'll be, then maybe I'll do something about it. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes for you to be successful, not to see somebody else be successful or see somebody else get on the leaderboards and do great. So number two, which they all kind of tie together, so maybe I'll go kind of quickly through this. Number two is play not to lose. So when you play not to lose, you're not playing to win. So what you need to do is play to win. It's okay that you make mistakes. It's okay that you're doing things that are not right and you're messing up, and you're trying. At least you're trying. That's what matters. And which brings us to number three is that I'm a newbie. I often hear people say that, like, I'm a newbie, I don't know what to do, I need help, please help me. Don't do that. You're an entrepreneur. Nobody wants to join a team where you're a newbie, and if you don't know what you're doing, how are you going to help your team, right? You're an entrepreneur. The moment you decided to build your own business online, regardless of what kind of a business it is, the moment you made that decision, you became an entrepreneur. You're not a newbie any longer. What you can do is invest in yourself, grow in knowledge, build yourself up, help your team out, do what you can to help them. But don't say you're a newbie. Nobody wants to join a newbie. Nobody wants to be on a team with a newbie. So that's a big one to avoid. And number four is confessing your problems. You don't want to confess your problems, even if you may be a newbie, right? You don't want to say, "Oh, I'm struggling with this," or "I'm struggling with that." So no, celebrate your small successes. Whatever you did great at, if you were able to capture 1 or 2 leads today or yesterday, talk about how you were able to do that. Don't say how many leads. Say, I was able to capture several leads using this method. And then what you have to do is continue to try out different methods and see what works best, and then you can share those. But don't ever say, don't ever post your problems. If you don't want the whole world to know about it, don't post it on Facebook. Don't post it on Instagram. Don't talk about it. But you don't need to lie to people. Don't ever lie. Don't ever post fake, like screenshots of something or Photoshop. Don't ever do that, because personally, I don't like fake people, and I don't think anyone else does. You showing your success for a few moments there to whomever, to your followers, but then you not being able to prove that to them to help them get the same results, that's gonna backfire on you. So I would recommend that you be honest and truthful, but that does not require you to confess your problems or to talk about your problems or to post your problems. Celebrate those small successes. Number 5 is worrying about numbers too much. So let's just say if you're worrying about, I got one sale and now I need another one because I want to cover either my monthly bill or something. If you're focusing on sales, you're not necessarily going to make them. I would highly encourage you to focus on a few people that you do have, or if you have thousands of people, focus on building your loyalty, your trust with them, because you want them to like you and trust you for who you are, so that regardless of what you decide to do in the future, they will follow you. They will like what you have to offer, and they will listen to you because they like you as a person, you know? And so what you have to focus on is providing value to your team and being valuable to them, even if you're constantly having webinars in your team, right? With your mentor. Whatever you've learned that day, go and teach it to your team. That's how you grow. That's how you develop yourself. That's how you can help your team grow, because if you're gaining experience by talking to your team, by constantly providing them with value, and so that will help you grow in experience and knowledge, and you will also pass it on to your team. So that's really important. And number 6 is staying in your comfort zone. Let me just ask you this: where is that comfort zone at? It's where you are right now. If you're not doing videos, if you're not constantly providing value to your team, if you're not getting out there and doing something that you're not doing every single day, if you're broke, you will continue to stay broke. If you are, making a significant amount of money, then you're already out of your comfort zone, I would say. And I want to encourage you not to stay in your comfort zone. Do what's uncomfortable. Maybe it's for a short period of time, but it will be for in the long run, it will be best for you, for your team, for your family, for your own life. Because after all, whatever you're fighting for, whatever your why is, it's most likely for you, for your life, for your future. So keep that going. And number 7, be available to everyone all the time. See, if you're available to everyone all the time, that pretty much means that you're not being very productive, you're not making any money, and you're just staying busy. And that also might mean that you're not writing down your goals, and you don't have a daily plan, or you don't have daily activities, because you're always available. And that also speaks desperation to others. If you're so desperate, of course you're going to be available all the time. Don't lie to people, of course, if you are available. Don't lie to people and say, oh, well, yeah, I'm kind of busy doing this or that. Don't make stuff up. But also, be smart. Be smart in your decisions and your words. So if you've decided today that you're an entrepreneur, or yesterday, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, do and act what you've decided to do, because you want to be real, you want to be you, you want people to like you for who you are. So those were the 7 steps. I hope that they have helped you and they brought you value. I hope that you avoid them at all costs and be smart, be wise, continue to educate yourself, and continue to seek knowledge and wisdom, and continue to invest in yourself. Just if you're in whatever you're doing, just learn as much as you can and pass it on to someone else, because maybe it won't resonate with you as much as it will with somebody that you know, or somebody that's following you, and you won't know that unless you share it with people. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys another time. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.